I've had my Apple Watch now for 3 months. Was it worth it? Let's talk about it.
Louisiana, baby.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are stopping by for the first time, welcome. If you are stopping back by, welcome back to my channel. I hope you stay, I hope you like it, and I hope that you subscribe. I bought the Apple Watch SE 3rd Gen. This is Apple's latest entry-level watch. I bought the 44mm screen after trying on the 40mm screen because I felt like the 40mm screen was a bit too small for me, and right now even just the display of this watch is just the perfect size. Also, I was using a Volcano watch previously and the display screen was slightly bigger as well, so my mind was used to seeing a larger screen, and when I tried on the 40mm screen, I was like, that is a tad bit too small for me, so I decided on the spot to go with the 44mm screen. It's also important to note that the bigger you go, the more money that you would have to pay, so I had to increase my budget on the spot. I went to the store in hopes to get the band in cream, but when I got there they didn't have the cream color. I was already there, so I decided to go with the navy color, and in hindsight I'm actually glad that I went with the navy, and I'll tell you why. My partner gifted me a set of bands that I could swap out my Apple Watch band with, and the cream one was the first color that I tried on, and I noted that after about a week that the cream had already started staining. Now, this might not have been the reality for the Apple Watch itself and the band that comes with an Apple Watch, but I felt like after a few weeks, the cream on the Apple Watch would have started staining regardless. Turmeric may have like splashed on it, or something may have stained it, or just like normal wear and tear as well, and it might have turned a little bit brownish from the cream color. So I'm actually glad that I went with this navy. It looks a little bit black, but it's actually not black, it is navy in color. And I think it's also important to mention that the bands actually come off easily, like you just easily swipe them out and swipe them back in. The primary reason why I bought this Apple Watch was for my fitness. I am a big fitness girly and I want to track how I'm performing day in, day out, and I can tell you that this watch has kept me so consistent for the past 3 months that I've had it. Okay, to be fair, in December, so I wasn't really working out every single day, but since the 1st of January rolled around, my rings have been closed, and can I tell you, the rings are one of my best features, one of my favorite features on this watch. I absolutely love closing my rings. As a fitness girly, I really wanted a watch that could accurately measure my fitness, as I just felt like my Volcano watch wasn't cutting it as much, and also I needed a better integration with my Apple ecosystem. I already use an iPhone as well, so it's just much better that I get something that could easily sync with it. I used to struggle with my Volcano where it wouldn't measure my workouts very accurately, and some workouts were also missing. But on this, like on my Volcano watch, if I did a workout for 15 minutes now, and after 15 minutes I start another workout, I won't be able to see all the calories that I've burnt across all my workouts. It literally cancels out what I've done at first, and I can only see the record of my latest workouts. But with this, even if I did 5 different workouts in a day and I've recorded it here, I would be able to see per workout all the stats that I need: calories, time, heart rate. I can't remember the last thing, but I'm able to see per workout exactly what I needed, and that was super important for me. When I got to the Apple store, I also realized that you could get the Apple Watch with a GPS functionality and a cellular functionality. Now, all of these added features means added money as well. So first of all, remember, I got surprised with the screen size, and then secondly, I got surprised with cellular versus GPS. GPS essentially means that the watch can function fully in about 10 meters of my iPhone, and outside of 10 meters then I can't answer calls. My phone calls will not come through to my watch. I would only receive it on my phone. And then cellular essentially means that if your phone is in town and you are at home, however kilometers away, your watch will ring, you will get the phone call. You will get the phone call alert on your watch as well. And I just felt like I don't need my phone on my wrist, so it wasn't a huge deal for me. I also thought about music, so if I go on a run and I'll go on a walk, but I realized that I actually don't like to listen to anything when I'm taking a walk. I like to disconnect, and also from a safety perspective, I don't like to wear earphones or AirPods when I'm going on a walk or on a run. So just so I'm aware of every single thing that is going on in my surroundings. So the GPS functionality absolutely worked out perfectly for me. So in terms of battery life, I charge my watch once every 2 days. I charge it for about an hour and a half, and that lasts me for 2 days. What I found though is an hack is switching off my watch when I go to sleep. Some people wear their watch when they sleep so they can track their sleep, but I'm not really into all of that. So it's absolutely not necessary for me to track my sleep, so I just turn it off. I found that my battery life has actually improved post discovering that. Prior to discovering that, the battery was down a little bit faster, but since I discovered switching it off at night, I realized that that has worked super great for me. In terms of how it feels, the weight on my hand, outside of it just being very firm on my hand, it feels super light. But this is also in comparison to the Volcano watch that I was using previously. I remember the first day that I wore this watch, I was actually like, wow, this is so light in comparison to my previous watch. So I think from a lightness perspective, it is pretty light on your wrist. In terms of functionality, I mostly use this watch as a fitness watch, so that is the most important thing for me, and that's one of the things that I use it for mostly only. And it basically allows me to track my goals. So I have set a move goal, a daily move goal, a daily stand goal, and a daily exercise goal. And closing my rings brings me so much joy. I also think that it's such a great hack in staying consistent when working out, because I can see my rings getting closed. And when I check my fitness app on my phone, looking at the rings all being complete, it just does something to me. There's something about all your streaks just, being in order. And for me, it keeps me motivated to keep on going. Also, it suggests when to increase like my move goal. For example, when I initially got it, I was at 250 calories per day, and gradually I've increased it week on week. In December, it stayed 250 for such a long time, but in January, as I was working out a lot more consistently and also wanted to challenge myself, I was also able to increase that goal to a certain amount. I also have a goal to stand for 7 hours in a day, so every hour my phone tells me, girl, you gotta get up. So I get up and I walk around my flat for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then that goal is done. And then also I have an exercise goal of about 30 minutes on a day-to-day basis as well. And I usually, as of this week when I'm filming this, I'm currently doing 2 workouts a day, one in the morning and also one in the evening. It's a simulation of 75 hard, but it's not 75 hard. And I'm really loving it so far. So I absolutely love closing my rings on a day-to-day basis. On days, and this is a side note, on days where I'm not able to do like a full workout, like on Sundays, typically I can't do a full workout. I walk around a lot on Sundays because I'm at church from like 6:30 a.m. So already my goals will naturally match. And then also what I do is when I dance at church, I'll switch on my exercise just so I can count that as well. And then when I do like mini walks here and there, I would like make sure everything is counting so that my rings close by the end of the day. But this is just a side note. And then in terms of insurance, when I got it, I still actually texted me the next day to ask if I would like to insure my watch, but I decided to opt with the blood of Jesus. My devices are covered by the blood of Jesus, so there's the blood of Jesus on them at the moment. In terms of additional functionality, one of my favorites is what I'm currently using right now. So I'm able to look at myself here whilst I'm filming. My camera is mirrored on my watch and that's what I'm looking at. I can see myself, and this has been such a game changer. This year I'm trying to really level up my filming, or rather this year I'm really trying to be consistent and being able to set up myself without having to put on my laptop, for example, to mirror me or to ask my sister to come check things for me. I can literally just look at my wrist and I can see exactly what you guys see as well, which is fantastic. I absolutely love this feature, and I think it's one of my most used features as well outside of the fitness app. So like the fact that I have a timer on my wrist, so as opposed to reaching for my phone as a timer, I can easily time anything on my wrist. Most of my reminders are synced on my watch as well, so my calendar is synced, my reminder is synced, so I don't have to always reach for my phone at all times because I would get certain notifications on my watch. My SMSs come to my phone as my watch as well, so I don't always have to look at my phone first. So in terms of also phone calls, all phone calls come to my watch when it's in range. However, my WhatsApp calls do not come to my watch in and out of range. Well, out of range, can't do that. In range, my WhatsApp calls don't. I haven't tried it with FaceTime audio just yet, but I do think that you might be able to get a FaceTime audio on here. You can't, I don't think you'll be able to do a video call here because there's no lens. There's no camera here. It's just a mirror of your phone. So you would need to answer video calls, I believe, on your phone. But there might be watches that allows you to have that functionality. In terms of things that I've not enjoyed as much, the and feature. So when I was setting it up, I had the opportunity to like put certain features as well, like double tap my fingers to like stop a call and whatever, and that, or flick my finger. I'm not doing it on this hand just so that I don't stop filming, you know, or do this and then something happens. But that hasn't really worked out great for me. But it's not a huge blocker in my experience. It still works good nonetheless, so I'm still good on that front. Also, I recently actually 2 days ago, I set up a passcode on my watch, and what I realized is that with my passcode, when I have my watch on my wrist, I don't have to put in the passcode. But when I have it off my wrist and I want to use my watch, I have to put in the passcode. So I think that's some little security feature as well, which is great. The only thing I thought about whilst I was actually putting the script together is if someone else wears my watch, will the passcode be required? Because I'm not sure that this is linked to me. I don't know. But yeah, that was a thought. And then also in terms of the faces, so like the screensaver, I can change that from my watch. The watch as a whole dedicated app on the iPhone as well, so you can definitely do a lot of settings on your iPhone for your Apple Watch. Overall, was this watch worth it? Abso-freaking-lutely. This watch was worth it for me. I love the watch so much. It is one of my favorite purchases so far. Actually, it's one of my favorite purchases so far, and I would absolutely do it again. Would I recommend this Apple Watch SE? Absolutely. So if you are looking for something that is more entry level, you're not looking for too much functionality, I would highly recommend this Apple Watch. And I'm still getting to know my Apple Watch, so the more I uncover more features, the more I will definitely plug you and put you guys on in my vlogs. If you enjoyed this video and if you found it super helpful, make sure you let me know in the comments. Would you buy an Apple Watch? What feature would you want the most in an Apple Watch? What feature if you have an Apple Watch, what feature do you like the most about your watch? What feature don't you like as much? Let me know in the comments. Let's have a conversation, and I'll see you in the next one.